It's really weird. We're dealing in a business where none of this is needed. Why do people buy any of this stuff? Want? Need? No. Desire.
My husband and I have been in the antique world for about 30 years. We specialize in advertising items and in old toys, old Barbies.
This is one of the cars that kind of got me started. It's the Roger Dodger. The motor was the best part, just a huge motor on a car. The best thing about them is that every single car comes with a story.
We're all looking for the big score. I mean, you know, it might be out there. It sure ain't out there on the couch watching videos and organizing your sat irons in a pile and making sure that you got enough Nippon vases lining up on your shelves. You have to be in the attic. You have to be in the basement. You got to be out there grubbing, digging, foraging, networking. Here's the flea market right here. And this is kind of an overview of the lower lot. And then we're gonna park up here by the dirt lot, what they call Sniffer's Row. I don't know, do I wanna haul a cabinet?
I've never seen you up in here.
Yeah, I come up, I don't spend long. I'm here early and I'm gone early. It's an old pie cabinet, so they used a screen in it to cool the pies. The drawer on the bottom has got a little flavor to it. It's been stripped. All right, we'll give it a try. I don't know about that. It's not all just antiques and collectibles. Here's Nut Dude. Now, if I was selling the nuts, and I'm not telling anybody how to do their business, but I like Ziploc bags more than these bags. I mean, I like to notice things, and I like, you know, I'm not so big on these twist ties, but maybe his product cost is a little cheaper. How are ya?
How are you doing?
A lot of nuts, huh?
Lots of stuff. You're just gonna get it all organized.
This has been a pretty rough show.
Pretty rough.
Yep.
Did you make your rent?
I made my rent, but I had a discount coupon because I won the big drawing of the week last week.
Oh,
So
what?
You get half rent. It's the first time I won, so I was pretty elated.
So you only pay 10.
Bucks. Yep.
Now, we seen that lady wanted to buy that Christmas tree stand for 8, and you were asking 10.
Yep.
And you told her that you priced it fair. Did she come back and pay the 10?
Yep. Sometimes you gotta play hardball.
Elko.
Oh, Elko's a good flea market.
Yeah. Yep. And now that's going to be on July 7th, 8th, something like that.
And that's out in that old country setting out there by Northfield, New
Yes,
Prague,
exactly.
New Market.
Right off the exit.
Right off the exit.
Yeah.
My generation sort of grew up in the traditional model of you decided if you wanted to collect a couple things, and you did. And now you go into restaurants and they're pretty pristine and clean, and I think just the trend towards smooth lines, less decorating, and fewer things has impacted this business. So people want fewer things, but maybe more interesting things.
Well, I think the antique business changed about 2007, 2008, when the whole world kind of went to financial hell. And people lost jobs and they didn't have any money to buy what really is some kind of junk in most people's head.
We have really become a disposable world. It's not as I'm going to own this for the rest of my life. It's I'm going to own it for a few years and then maybe buy something different. It's kind of how I see it, how it's moved. You see the shows on TV and they say, well, you have to haggle with them. Well, they set their price. And 90% of the people or 80% of the people are, this is what they do to make their little bit of money so they can survive. A lot of these people, I'll be honest, they count on this to eat.
60 there and $70. 670. 60's at the back counter. 870, good 70, good 70, good 70, good 70, good 70. Little 60 at the back counter.
54. A sleeper is the same as a camper, and a lot of times I'd rather sleep with my wife than curl up in the front seat of a Chevy truck. You pay a person to sleep out for you, and so they would get there on noon on Thursday, and the sale starts 9 o'clock Friday morning. The appeal for me was if I could have Aaron or Steven do it, I could save the $50 to $75 that I'd have to pay somebody else to do it.
Cheryl, you're taking numbers. We're letting in 5 at a time.
Do you want one of us here by jewelry? Or do you want stations?
Actually, what I want this time, and I'm going to say this when I go out there, I'm going to give my little speech about the shoplifting that happened out of this display case. And so the display case is not open for the first 5 minutes to anyone. 10, 11, 12.
You got upgraded, well, not really. This is 4B. This is 14.
Oh, because number 4B was 13.
I got here yesterday. So, and in Minneapolis area, if you want to get something good, there's a lot of pickers here, a lot of people who know mid-century modern. If you want to get the good stuff, you got to get here early.
And what number are you?
1.
Stairs? Where's the stairs?
This is a very early Herman Miller set. This is probably 1950s, early 50s.
Been in a few conflicts at sales. Back home, they have sign-up sheets. So you put a sign-up sheet, much like the number system here. But in order for your name to stay in that sign-up sheet, you have to stay there. Otherwise, you get crossed off or somebody rips their sign-up sheet down. So I get there was a sign-up sheet, nobody there, so I took the sign-up sheet down, which is what everybody does. Guy showed up 10 minutes before the sale. The woman let him in and said his buddy was on the sign-up sheet, which he lied because I still had the sign-up sheet. His friend blocked me at the door, and the guy ran around and put his tag on all the stuff that was sold. So I managed to push my way through the guy and almost down, got to one of the chests that I wanted, and I put my hands around one. I said, I got one. He goes, no, you didn't. I told her I wanted both of them. I lost it. I went crazy. And they finally told me that I had to leave the sale. So I got kicked out of the sale. They told me if I didn't leave, they were calling the police.
Well, let's see what we got here. Garbage. More garbage. If I was going to be carpet, I would want to be purple carpet. What do you think? Hand sanitizer. Like to look how far up the bottle they are, because if they're used, for some reason, I don't want them.
Hey, is this Sterling?
I don't know.
It's silver plate, boss.
Okay. So I sold the case, and he said, "Can I have all the tools in it for a little bit more?" So I opened all the damn drawers. Apparently not far enough. And then Ann was helping
tools. You didn't say coins. You said you
I did say tools. And so then this thing fell out with 1921 silver dollars.
So let's talk just a little bit about what happened. A lot of times people are part squirrel in these houses, and they want to hide stuff and they don't want anybody to find it. Well, here there was 20 silver dollars in what, a toolbox, a cabinet? And so the guy was hauling them out, and they roll out of there. And so now we have a situation where he didn't really buy the silver dollars. He bought the cabinet. Fair to the client, fair to the guy. So she gave him 2 silver dollars for a reward. Now a US silver dollar weighs 0.78 of 90% silver. So if you were to scrap it in today's market, which is about $18.13 on Friday's New York close, it's going to be in the neighborhood of 12 to 14 bucks per silver dollar scrap. The numismatic value may be a little more depending on the date if it was a key date. I didn't look at them to see if they were Morgan's or Peace dollars, Morgan being a little better than Peace. It's usually Grandpa that was the squirrel. Grandma was not going to squirrel silver dollars, probably. But Grandma may squirrel other things. Grandpa and Grandma may be part squirrel.
And I'll bring you back $1. How's
Okay.
that? This is a canoe dated 1932. Really nice that they wrote on it in magic marker. You know, why would you want to write on it with pencil or something? And then they beat the tar out of the one side. But hanging from that side, it's not bad. This is all I've ever done. I've been a junker my whole life.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I just buy and sell junk.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
That's fun.
The buying part's fun.
Oh, you don't like the selling part?
I like the selling part, but it doesn't seem like it happens as much as it used to.
Could be.
Look at our age.
And
I mean, look at how old Tim is.
And some of the younger generation isn't picking up on it.
Right.
But
like
it's
Sam.
it's a great cabin decoration.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
No, it's good patina and ooh.
Yeah. Now, I sit on stage here at the Medina at Wally's Decoy Show. I've been coming here for 20 years. I didn't realize it, but all of a sudden I'm long in the tooth. Got my Bulldogs hat on. They won last night, Frozen 4, 2-1 over Notre Dame. But when these old timers say life goes fast, and boy, it sure does. I mean, I never knew I was going to be 60. Had a pretty good show. The problem with these shows is you always compare your last show or your best show, and you want to do that number each time. That doesn't happen. I've got a very good crew. We incorporate the family, so we have no employees. This is my daughter-in-law, Sarah. They call her Crom. And this is Big Drink of Water, Stephen's brother, Aaron. Aaron's been doing it since he was 4. This goes in the front seat of Big Blue, passenger side.
It was good and bad. I mean, you had to stop what you were doing when the truck came home and you had to unload, and it was neat to see what he brought home, but it kind of makes you obsessed with tangible things. How much value is there in tangible things that either appreciate or depreciate, but it kind of gets you obsessed with stuff. I think he's come a long way in making time for family, and it's obvious nowadays with Warren.
This is how his dad worked 30 years ago. You only get one shot at playing seesaw and swings, and that's probably more important than the money, but try raising the family without the money. I mean, it's a catch-22. I don't think money makes any of us any happier. It's a hell of a good lubricant, though, I'll tell you that. Everything's got to come kind of out of that. To see Stephen go from, a Roseville 10th grader and to get a law degree at USC, to see my oldest boy, Aaron, battle with diabetes and be real positive father and husband, and to see my daughter teach school and make a difference in somebody else's life, And for my wife to stay with me for all these years, I mean, there's got to be something really wrong with her, because this ain't right, and I ain't right. And, you know, I thank God every day for every nanosecond. It's biodegradable. Go to a lot of national parks, and there's a big deal in the national parks about leave no trace, take nothing but pictures. And my big argument in the national parks, and I've had rangers and I've had workers tell me the same thing about apple cores. And they really don't want you to leave an apple core or throw it. But I hate to admit it, I do it. And some rangers are totally against it, and some are okay with it. I wonder if you were an ant or whatever done eat that apple core, how great that would be to find.